Meanwhile, Joe Biden, dead wrong on coronavirus, dead wrong on the governors that are good on coronavirus, dead wrong on even conveying that message about coronavirus. Joe Biden wants you to be very grateful to him. Because before Biden came into office, oh man, COVID, it was a total mess. We had nothing, there was no vaccine. Well, I mean, there was. And, we didn't have it under control. We did. We had deaths in excess of the predictions. No, that's not true. The deaths were actually way below the predictions. But in any case, you got to thank Joe Biden.
Just over 4 weeks ago, America had no real plan to vaccinate most of the country. My predecessor, as my mother would say, God love them, failed to order enough vaccines, failed to mobilize the effort to administer the shots, failed to set up vaccine centers. That changed the moment we took office.
So notice the shift here. Notice the shift. They used to attack Trump because the deaths were going to be higher than the predictions. Remember, but the predictions were like 2 million deaths, within just a matter of months, and that just didn't happen. The real numbers were much, much lower, so they couldn't go after Trump on that. So then they went after Trump on his own policies, the travel policies. But Trump's policies reduced the number of infections and deaths, right? Because Trump was the one who said, we're going to shut down travel from China, we're going to shut down travel from Europe, actually over Democrat opposition. So they can't really attack him on that. Then they attack him on the vaccine, but Trump came out and said, we're going to have a vaccine by the fall. It was the Democrats who said that's not possible, including Joe Biden. Joe Biden, people are forgetting this now because the left rewrites history because they lie about it and then their lackeys in the media do the work of actually rewriting it and erasing the old questions and, pushing that down the memory hole. But Joe Biden was skeptical that there would be a vaccine, forget by the fall, that there would be a vaccine any time in 2020, that maybe by the very end of 2020, maybe there'd be a vaccine, but who knows?
The week before last, the head of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Redfield, said it would be summer before the vaccine would become generally available to the public. You said that he was confused and mistaken. Those were your two words. Yeah. But Dr. Slaoui, the head of your Operation Warp Speed, has said exactly the same thing. Are they both wrong?
Well, I've spoken to the companies, and we can have it a lot sooner. It's a very political thing because people like this would rather make it political than save lives.
This man is talking about a vaccine. Every serious company is talking about maybe having a vaccine done by the end of the year. But the distribution of that vaccine will not occur until sometime beginning or the middle of next year to get it out, if we get the vaccine. And pray God we will. Pray God we will.
Mr. Vice President, I want to pick up
You'll have the vaccine sooner.
I want to pick up.
This is an amazing clip. I hope that you save it. I want you, if you're watching this, take this, clip it out, save it to your desktop. If you're listening on audio podcast, record it on your phone because they're going to try to get rid of this clip. Chris Wallace says the head of the CDC and the head of the Operation Warp Speed, President Trump, say that there's no way you're going to get a vaccine out this year and it's not going to become available to the public until next summer. What? Are you saying that you know better than your top genius scientists? And Trump says, yes, I do know better than them. They're wrong. We're going to get it out much quicker. We're going to get the vaccine by the fall, and we're going to get it out to the public not too long thereafter. Well, are you crazy? Oh my gosh. And Trump said, no, I'm not crazy. This is what's going to happen. This is I know this because I talk to these people in my office every day. And you guys, you, Chris Wallace, and you, Joe Biden, and you, Democratic media, are just trying to make this political so that you can score some points, but I'm right and they're all wrong. The scientific establishment, the media, and the Democratic Party wrong, Trump right, and guess what? It turns out he was correct. Then Joe Biden, who's a little bit cagier here, right? He says, well, I'm talking about when the vaccine is going to come out. We're not going to get that out for quite a while. Now, the vaccine did start coming out not long after, to the public, not long after it was announced. And by the way, when was the vaccine discovery announced? Days after the election. Sounds pretty political to me, too. But even given that it was days after, you're talking about the early days of November, the vaccine was announced. Much sooner than Biden, the Democrats, and the media pretended it would be. If you enjoyed that break from disinformation, historical revision, and screaming about the end of the world, Be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss another video.